What's going on YouTube? This is our second video of the day. This is going to be QBs to avoid. Gonna jump right into it. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Really like to grow the channel and continue videos. But hey, let's get right to it. Not gonna try and keep you long. Just gonna give you quick updates on who I think you should avoid. Now don't forget, I've used all these quarterbacks. I can tell you who's good, who's not. So right now I can already tell you they're gonna be like in here. Uh, I would also probably avoid these two, but these are priced. They're these three. This is price reasons. These are just straight up no price. This is just archetype, and if you've used them, and I've used these cards. Personally, I think you should avoid Dak Prescott. I have played him 3 times today. He has made a couple good throws. I just think I don't know. On a Dallas team, I did play him on a Dallas themed team, and he hit his spots. I just think this is like my least. Like I'm going least to like who I think you should really avoid. Dak, if you have a Dallas team, go ahead. 100%, that's your QB. You love Dak, use him. But if you're going for the best team overall, I wouldn't probably necessarily go with Dak. I don't think Dak gets Hot Route Master, but I could be wrong. Oh, he does, powered up. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of changing my opinion here as I'm going through these cards, but Dak is definitely, he's a good card, but I wouldn't say I would avoid him. Now, another one I would really avoid. Now, this is Russ. Now, I know a lot of people are like, what? But, nah. He doesn't get Hot Round Master. I know that for a fact. He does get Gunslinger. But, when this card first dropped in the game, I got him immediately. I had him day one launch. The right as he launched, he played fantastic for, like, 4 weeks. So good. But then, all of a sudden, all these new quarterbacks came out. You know how EA is. All of a sudden, he just started missing throws. I ran that our PA boot over, and this was the test. I was doing like a test, so I was just playing people and testing quarterbacks for these future videos. And Russ overthrew one of them about 5 to 6 times in a row, and I took timeouts to make sure he was energized too. That was the other thing. Like, so he had stamina, he was ready to go. I took timeouts, 2-minute warning, quarter breaks. Every time I tried it, he overthrew it. And I had the on the run Deadeye, I had outside the pocket Deadeye on him too. He would still overthrow it. The ability wouldn't even activate. This card, I used it the other day just to try it out to see if it was any good anymore. Still trash. Wouldn't use Russ unless you're a Seahawks fan. Could be good on your theme teams, but then again, not much of a runner either, but he can definitely take away. I feel like he's about the same as my Randall Cunningham in terms of running. Not bad for the price, though. I mean, you got a quarterback with some decent accuracies for like his actual like accuracies are crazy. 95, 95, 95. I just feel like it's kind of a cap, and he doesn't get Hot Round Master. If they gave him that 1+ for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, this would be the quarterback right now that I'd be using. But it's not, so that's why he's not so much as high up. We have two more. Obviously, Gannon and Vic are a little bit outdated, even though they are 96 overalls. These other QBs, he's just outdated for who he is right now. Vic obviously is really outdated for who he is right now because he is a 96, but he also came out a couple months ago. There's so many quarterbacks now. Number 2, now this card I really think you should avoid is Joe Montana. This is an obvious one. Really not going to push you in this one that much. Field General, he gets High Round Master. No Gunslinger. Basically, you can't use him. If your card doesn't get Gunslinger, you can't use him right now. It's really unfortunate. Probably a top 5 QB all time. I think he's second. And he doesn't get Gunslinger. And he was known for having a cannon too. He was known for having a really strong arm. Like, really disappointed with that. Like, that's kind of crazy. Not very happy with that at all. Very angry about that. But hey, I mean, now my last one I think you really need to avoid, and this is off experience. I've used the card and I've faced the card. Lamar Jackson. Now, I know you're like, that's crazy. He just came out. First of all, he does actually, I feel like he's a really quick release. I actually feel like he does. But, I didn't like this card. He's fast. Yeah, he can run. But and I ran Escape Artist and I did it without Escape Artist. If you don't run Escape Artist and you don't run like the Ravens playbook to build it around him and read options and short passes, this card doesn't work. His medium accuracy and his deep accuracy are 92 and 90. You're like, okay, that's still pretty good. It doesn't work though. You know how Madden is. I mean, Russ is even more accurate than him right now in the medium accuracy range. Like, he wasn't hitting anything at all. And even his deep throws, I had 3 times where a receiver burned me, and this guy's Lamar standing, no pressure, nothing, overthrew the deep ball. And they were like 40, 50-yard throws. They weren't 60 or 70s. Some of them were 30. And then I also, whenever I felt under pressure with him, I felt like his throw was rushed, and he always got to throw out a sack animation. Like I don't know why he just did. I think this card's like it's a cool card, you know. It's cool. It's Lamar Jackson. A lot of people love Lamar. I'm not the biggest fan of Lamar, but I don't know. I just feel like he can't. His accuracies aren't there. They're not there. I know. Don't look at the numbers. Just listen to me. His accuracies aren't there. There's a reason he's 356K. Yes, you can get a free Mudhead hero. I don't even know if you can get one yet. But there's a reason this card is 356K and not 800. It's because he doesn't hit his throws. He just doesn't hit them. Yeah, he can run, but if you don't run a Ravens playbook or a playbook with a lot of running, a West Coast offense, this card isn't going to work. Let me tell you right now. If you run a pass-heavy offense, no. I would avoid this QB because right now the meta in Madden is pass-heavy. I feel like running will eventually become the meta maybe toward the end of the year a little more, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But right now in the pass-heavy meta, this card is not going to work. Don't use it. Trust me, unless you're running that Ravens theme team. It's not worth it. If you're not running a Ravens theme team, don't even bother. That's it for today's video, though. You know, these are both videos I've made today are very opinionated, but take what you want with them. I do play a lot with. I've played a lot lately, especially with QBs to test it out. That's why I haven't been playing as much because I've gotten bored of having to play so much for these videos. But that's it for today's video. Peace.